Hey team, so here's an introductory video to spas, caring for them and looking after them at each clean. One thing that's really important is when you arrive at a property is to check the spa first. There's a few key things here. If it is in really bad state and you need to get the water out of the spa, then it gives you much more time to get the water out and refill it while you're cleaning the rest of the house. So make it a habit of checking the spa first thing. If it's beautiful and crystal clear, it's a quick 5-minute job. If she's really dirty, then maybe there's chemicals and the water maybe needs to be refreshed. So with spas, there's kind of 4 elements you need. Chlorine, which is core to keeping the water clean. So we always want to top up the spa with chlorine, even if it looks clean. So we add about 2-3 tablespoons of chlorine every time, period. And then there's pH buffer. If this is acidic, this is going to bring that acidity down. We've all jumped in a spa and we kind of smell all the chlorine. It feels really chemically. This is what the pH buffer is going to do. That's going to help the spa kind of not be as acidic. Also, it won't destroy the pumps or the covers and all those things underneath. So you add about 3 tablespoons of chlorine, 3 tablespoons of pH buffer, and those are the key chemicals you need. There are other ones, but for now we're just going to focus on those. With every spa and every cleaner contractor is a net. Obviously very thin, and this is going to save you so much time, just being able to get that debris that's floating on the top in a matter of minutes. So the net is really important. And then finally, we have what we would call a siphon hose. And again, so this, imagine, you may have heard a story of getting siphoning petrol out of a petrol tank. It's the same thing. You put the end of this hose in the water. You can either suck, and I'll show you a way to do it without sucking, and it's going to create a vacuum. And ultimately what that's doing is allowing you to have a small vacuum which you can get the heavy debris that's on the bottom of the spa, which is very important. It's going to save you a lot of time. So let me demonstrate the use of the siphon So if you jump in here, you can kind of see at this spa, obviously there's, with the trees, there's a lot of heavy debris in here. So right at the bottom, there's a lot of heavy debris and I need to get that out. I'm actually filling up the spa right now because the water level is also another really important element. It's always got to be at least a couple centimeters above the top jets. If it doesn't have enough water, it can't filter and it can't heat the water and it can't clean itself. So I'll show you the sucking method for the siphon and I'll show you how to do it with a hose. So you put one end in, it's always got to stay under the water, and then what I'm going to do with this end is I'm just going to suck until I get that vacuum siphon going. So now I've got water flowing out from this end. I can use the end that's in the spa to suck up quite easily the heavy debris that's on the bottom. This end just becomes a little vacuum and it's so much easier, saves you so much time and effort if you can work the siphon and be able to get all of that heavy debris and then boom, you're away. So that's ultimately the sucking method for the siphon. I will show you a way to do it with the hose. So again, this end needs to go under the water and you're getting this end of the hose and you're going to connect the two and then you'll see a siphon happening. So I'm going to connect these two under the water. Oops. And you can see down on the bottom there, I now have a siphon going and I didn't have to use my mouth to suck it. So it's really just connecting this hose, but it's so important that this stays under the water at all times for both methods. As soon as I pull this out of the water, that vacuum element is going to go completely and you have to just do it again. So that's siphoning, that is spas, water level, chemicals, nets, getting the heavy debris out, and ultimately looking for the water quality, and boom, then you're done and you can move on to the other element. Check the spas first. Yes, filters. I nearly forgot. So important, maybe arguably the most important, is the spa filter. So this is ultimately, just like any filter, it's going to take the heavy debris and some of the other disgusting elements in the spa, and it's going to filter through this and then clean the water. You can see here with this spa, it's in quite a state. So what this needs ultimately is a rinse. And for every time you check a spa, I would ultimately check the filter, see what state it's in. If it's kind of clean, or if you see heavy debris, then you can just simply take a hose and give it a rinse. So you just go around, rinse all of that heavy debris out, and then ultimately you can replace that in. If it's really bad, we're going to replace the filter. But every time, a quick rinse of the spa filter will help it be able to stay clean and keep the water clean much longer than if we just left it and we never checked them. Check filters, fill up the water, and yeah, hopefully you can get some clean spas. Thanks, team.